Welcome back. This is North Sound Seawolves Soccer on USLNation.com. I'm Nathan Murphy. Welcome to the halftime show. A 1-1 score here at the half between the Vancouver Whitecaps under-23s and the North Sound Seawolves here at Edmond Stadium. And I'm pleased to welcome in the co-chairs of the Edmonds 4th of July Committee, Darlene Stern and Ron Clyburn. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's great to be here. This is actually certainly for me my first game, and this is quite exciting.
It's a great atmosphere out here tonight. We're glad to have you.
This is absolutely awesome.
So, Ron, we wanted to have you on. We want to talk to you about the 4th of July because everywhere in the United States, but really here in Edmonds, this is 4th of July is a very special time. And despite being kind of in the greater Seattle area, I've been down here for it. Edmonds has a real small-town feel on the 4th of July. The parade, fireworks, and we've got the soccer match as well, the next home game on the 4th of July. Tell us what we have to look forward to on the 4th.
Well, we actually have an amazing day. I'd like to add that we're most fortunate here in Edmonds. We do have a lovely, charming, warm, hospitable community, and we're one of the few communities left of our size that actually can put on a 4th of July program. We're able to do that because of our main sponsor, which is the Hazel Miller Foundation, a great foundation in Edmonds that does a lot of good for many people here in Edmonds. Our day starts out with at 10 o'clock in the morning with a 5K run, and that'll be through the community of Edmonds as well as the community of Woodway, and that's followed by a children's parade.
Oh, wow.
And I have to tell you a very brief story. If we canceled 4th of July, the children would still be there.
Oh, yes.
They would. No, I'm serious. They would still be there lined up, and I can tell you, it's probably one of the few children's parades in the United States. We get 1,700 entries.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, 1,700 entries.
Wow.
It's absolutely amazing. And then we go on, and I'm going to let Darlene, my co-chairman, who I might add is been my co-chairman. This is her second year, but I've been doing it for 12 years, and Darlene is going to be taking over for me. Darlene, please.
Well, thank you. And in speaking of the children's parade, what a joy. You get to see all of these children decorate their bikes and come in patriotic costumes. They just have so much fun. And the parents are there with them. It's just so, it makes the holiday. And that's preceding the parade itself, which starts at 12 o'clock, but I can tell you that in our community, they are putting their chairs out the night before and getting ready to line up on the sidewalk and enjoy that parade. Just stand there and see the floats go by, the bands, drill team, Edmonds Woodway cheerleaders come along and help support the parade and everybody on it.
And folks, the band from Edmonds Woodway, I'll jump in here. I referee high school basketball, and there's nobody better in the West Coast South than Edmonds Woodway's band. They're fantastic.
And everybody loves the bands.
Where's the parade route, Darlene?
Well, it's we're lining up on 6th, and then it goes down and around Walnut.
Down
and
Walnut.
all the way back up 5th Avenue,
Okay.
and then turns down Main Street. There are two areas where there will be announcers, and they have a script to follow and explain what it is you're seeing in front of you,
Sure.
in case you're not clear. And
Just like on TV.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly,
And they're
exactly.
very professional, but they're all volunteers. And this parade is put on with hundreds of volunteers in the community, which is, again, what makes it so special.
Community involvement huge here in Edmonds. What else is happening on the 4th front?
Well, again, I just wanted to remind everybody that 4th of July, this is our 105th year. The Chamber of Commerce of Edmonds has put this on for 105 years.
It's remarkable.
And later on that afternoon, I'm very excited for the very first year at 4 p.m. We will actually have the Seawolves soccer game playing here in the stadium. That will be a part of the entire 4th of July program. That's of course a first. Then we go on to at 7 p.m. we have the fireworks although that doesn't start until approximately 10:15.
Sure.
Prior to that, we have a live band. The side project will be playing live music, dancing, music. We have 10 vendors, food vendors, and various types of things.
Food vendors down here for Edmond's events are always good.
No question about that.
I hear, Ron, there might be a few special guests at the parade.
Well, we are actually, I'm glad that you asked that, because I'm pleased to say that we are going to have players from the Seawolves that will be special guests, and they'll be available to the public, and you might be able to share with me. I would imagine they are going to be available to speak with the public.
I would assume so. I haven't spoken with Jim about that, but it's a great public relations opportunity for the club, I'm sure.
My understanding is that's exactly what's going to happen.
Sounds
and
awesome.
We're pretty excited about that. Quite a few firsts, and the Edmonds Chamber of Commerce is thrilled to have the Seawolves as not only a member but a major supporter. We look forward to getting behind the Seawolves across the board and helping them promote their season.
It's been really neat so far, just the second home game this year, but especially at the first game there was the health and fitness fair outside and a really great turnout. It feels like this team's starting to really find a home here in this community.
Well, this is a great community to call home. It's a great stadium, a great group of people within the community, a lot of sports-minded people here that truly care about the players and about sports. And I'm sure that as time goes on, the support will grow.
And I think having them in the parade with their uniforms will bring some excitement and awareness. I'm not sure how many people are aware that they're here, so I think that would be a good promotional opportunity for them. And let everyone know that there's plenty to do that afternoon, and you can come and enjoy the game, and then saunter off to the fireworks area. It'll be open. Right about the time after the game is over.
Where is that, darling?
It's down at the Civic Field.
Okay.
In Edmonds.
Sure. One of the interesting things, just for me, one year I was at the fireworks in Edmonds, and I had a place where I could kind of see out into the water a little bit. It was kind of fun because as it started getting dark, you started seeing all of the towns, particularly on the islands on the other side of the Sound. They've all got their little displays. Mm-hmm. And it was really interesting because you get a different perspective on the altitude of those things. Because you're standing under the fireworks, they feel very high in the air. You look across the water and they're barely off the ground. But it was really interesting seeing the color popping up in these different little places around the water. It's got to be enjoyable for you guys to put on one right here in Edmonds.
Well, I can't tell you how exciting it is because it makes me speechless. But Ron will be the moderator at the evening's music and entertainment, and then his patriotism is out on his sleeves, and the music plays. You have wonderful fireworks displays that go up into the air, and plenty of them that are just too much fun to talk about, and the view is wonderful. So it's a lot of fun.
You know, one other special thing that's happening in the parade I really do want to mention. I myself was a Marine, a Vietnam veteran, and a judge advocate with the VFW. And one of our members is going to be the Grand Marshal of the parade.
Oh, that's very nice.
His name is Irv Schmidt. He's one of the few remaining living Pearl Harbor survivors.
Wow.
And not only that, Irv Schmidt, at 97 years old, not only was a Pearl Harbor survivor, but was a submariner on the last submarine in World War II to sink a Japanese ship. So it's, not not to bring that up,
Sure.
But he was an amazing individual, and we're all going to come out and honor Irv and his service for our country.
Another opportunity is that the Snow King Chorale will be singing patriotic songs that evening just before the fireworks go off. So there's another community group that are volunteering to come to the event and entertain everyone and get them all rallied up and have some fun.
Great opportunity to say thank you to an American hero, to honor the country, to celebrate the opportunity we all have to be citizens here in the United States. Ron, Darlene, thank you very much for joining us here on Seawolves FC Soccer.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Our pleasure.
1-1 is your score at the half here at Edmond Stadium. Thanks to Ron and Darlene for joining us here. We appreciate the efforts they put into put together the program here for the 4th of July. And the team's coming back out onto the field here. Keith, getting ready for the second half to begin. An opportunity for the North Sound Seawolves. A draw here, or excuse me, a tied score here at halftime. They want to win this game.
Well, I don't think there's any choice right now. With the way they are at the bottom of the table right now, the win, the 3 points that are necessary to kind of vault yourself back into some contention, has to be what was talked about, or at least, you know, you have to realize that is what you are playing for. You've got to get on top, and it's very wide open right now. It's tied 0-0, and you got to come out, be the aggressor, make sure that you have the opportunities that you had in the first half again in the second, and make good on them.
You can see the desire in the this one, and they've got a great opportunity.
Make sure you visit Premier Development League fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USLPDL. So if you are enjoying the broadcast today and you are a fan of either the Seawolves or the Vancouver Whitecaps, make sure you get out there, become a fan, facebook.com/USLPDL. And we're just about underway here in the second half. We're at the 45 mark, of course, at halftime. And one of the things that, talking to both the coaches, the assistant and the head coach, Ed and Alex, one of the things was playing the full 90, not having any mistakes, any letdowns, even if they're for 10 seconds or for longer, making sure that you put your effort in the entire ball game. We'll see if the match will hold that true for the North Sound.
As we get underway here in half number 2, I'll pass a score along. This is a full-time score from Kingston. The United States men's national team gets a goal in stoppage time from Clint Dempsey. They'll come away with a 2-1 victory on the road in World Cup qualifying.
And, of course, the United States men will be here at Seattle.
I'm going to correct that. The goal in stoppage time from the Seattle Sounders' own Brad Evans.
Wow. That has got to be a thrill for that young man.
Huge moment for him.
You know, Brad Evans, one of the players that have played in this league.
He has indeed.
Right here, the PDL, and there's a knockdown and a foul. Braxton Griffin.
Braxton using that body, trying to gain an advantage, but this time he commits the foul. I don't think he liked the call, but frankly, it was a good one.
So just underway here in the second half. A minute gone by, and it is even at 1 apiece. The equalizer coming in the 37th minute, and a very nice opportunity for the Seawolves to get back into this league, back into the season. Only one more to play before the halfway mark here in the season.
14 games. It's a quick season. They'll only be out here for about 2 months. It goes quickly, but it has to. The summer programs, the spring programs end, and the guys come out here, and then they're into fall workouts with their college clubs.
Quick note, Brady Ballou, who left earlier, Dismuke coming in reserve, is injured back. He hurt his back a couple of games ago, lifting weights, and just couldn't quite get over the top today.
Unfortunate for North Sound, as he'd been very effective using his speed so far. As we are just underway here in the second half. Just in now to the 48th minute. 1-1 is the score. North Sound getting the tying goal off the foot of Zach Hammond in the 36th minute, the Humboldt State product. Off of some good work to earn the corner by his Humboldt State teammate, Braxton Griffin. Griffin plays the ball, but can't hold it, and Vancouver will possess. Nathan Murphy, Keith Neely here. Edmonds Stadium in downtown Edmonds. The sun is going down. A beautiful evening here. About 60 degrees. A couple hundred people here in the stands. And a whistle. And I think we're going to have our first booking of the evening as the referee calls over Vancouver's Fahrenhorst. He will go into the book in the 49th minute.
That caution was certainly something that I think everybody could see, not playing the ball, using the shoulder and forearm to knock the player down. It wasn't even an attempt to clear the soccer ball, and you're gonna take a chance at doing that. You're gonna take a chance at a caution, and that one quickly. No choice.
Easy card shown by referee Ben Oakley, and the restart by the Seawolves. A long ball played in here by the defender Suazo, but it's handled easily by the keeper Thomas, and we return to play. 1-1 is your score. Just under 5 minutes gone by in the second half. 27th minute. Hundal scores for Vancouver. Equalizer coming from Zach Hammond in the 36th. On the ball, here is Essa, the speedster. Gives it back to his midfielder. And now back into the defense. Vancouver looking to push forward here. Good run of possession for them as the challenge comes on the right side from Hammond, the forward.
Essa plays the midfield almost as well as he plays the forward position.
Out to challenge here is Herman. Goes outside of his area, plays the ball nicely with his foot out across the halfway line. Vancouver get it back. Abdullah looking onto the left wing, but he can't get it there. Knocked down nicely by Thomas. North Sound hang on to it. This is Eronimo, the long ball forward, but it goes out of play, and it will be a throw into Vancouver. Not quite 5 minutes gone by in the second half. We're tied at 1. Glad you're all with us here on a beautiful evening in Edmonds, Washington. North Sound Seawolves looking for their first victory in PDL play. Vancouver are 3-3 and looking to hold on to that playoff spot. As into the midfield goes Danny Gavin, and Braxton Griffin looked to play the ball forward for Dismuke, but it went a little bit too far, and we've got a man down on the field now.
Well, and everybody hesitated as soon as Abdallah hit the turf, and that's not the first time he's gone down. I think he has a little bit of Hollywood in him. He went down this time a little harder than the last couple, so there was definitely contact being made. But more importantly, everybody for the Seawolves just hesitated, like they were expecting the call.
I was too.
And once that happened, Griffin held up, Hammond held up.
Yeah, he's gone down a couple of times, maybe easier than you would have liked, but that was a pretty firm collision there.
Certainly that one was no question about how hard he came down. And the midfield play is much more physical than we saw in the earlier part of the first half, where everyone was kind of trying to get adjusted. Now they know the speed, they know what the opposition in their area is going to do, and if they can put a little bit more firm play to their advantage, they're certainly going to do it.
Both teams coming out here in the second half acting like they think they can win this match. And both teams could win this match, not at the same time, of course, but both teams do have that opportunity, and they're both going for it. I think it's going to be exciting, the 40 minutes or so remaining here. It's going to be interesting to see who can come out on top. We'll take this opportunity, fans, to remind you that North Sound Seawolves Soccer is presented by the My Neighborhood News Network, South Snohomish County's online gathering place. Visit My Edmonds News, MLT News, and LinwoodToday.com for news, sports, and events about your community. See what your neighbors are talking about. The My Neighborhood News Network. Off to the side here is Abdullah, and play will resume. A substitute hasn't come on yet. It will be interesting to see if they will bring one. They do have 5 field players available. All 5 of them could come on, of course, with the substitution rules in the PDL.
Vancouver playing short right now, and Abdallah really doesn't look like he wants to give up his spot yet. Still remains to be seen.
Reclaiming the ball in defense for North Sound. I believe we had a substitute at halftime. We have a number on the field who wasn't there before. This is number 24. This is Trevor Bartels in the defense. And I believe Bandera has left the match, though I could be wrong about that. So Bartels enters. He's had his first touch. And out on the left side now is Suazo. Playing in that left defense spot. Tries to find Nick Hamer. Couldn't quite do it. Intercepted by Vancouver.
Not a lot of easy balls played right into the Vancouver team. That one was one of them that just flatly was missed. Not a great touch by
Opportunities
Suazo.
here now. This is Essa into the nice play by Herman, and he was fouled. And so the free kick will go. And a very talented play there by Essa as he worked through several defenders, managed to keep control of it, but Herman was up to the task.
I think Vancouver would be wise to have the ball go through Essa more often than they have. Not that they haven't put it there a number of times already, but boy, he's got the motor. He's the one that kind of like Nick Hamer has been for North Sound in the midfield. Essa comes back, he plays the midfield position, and then comes right forward with a burst of speed, and instantly he plays the forward in an excellent way.
So as we resume here, Bobby Juti will enter the game. Abdullah has been substituted, and he will leave as the long ball is scooped up by Thomas. Chasing there was Dismuke, couldn't quite get to it. 54th minute here in Edmonds Stadium. We're glad you're all with us on a lovely evening. The sun's just going down, about 58 degrees here in Edmonds. As the ball is held up there by Gavin. Nice turn to get it across midfield, and he's got Zach Hamer with some space. Hamer has Dismuke. Doesn't use him. Now he does. Slides it ahead in the left side. Dismuke with an opportunity back into the middle, and Hamer couldn't handle it. What a chance.
That's a chance you love to get back, and now, of course, with the counter and how well in open space Vancouver runs, this is trouble.
Locken slashing up. Has Hundal now the goal scorer, but he can't get it through on goal. It's deflected. Hundal gets it back. Now back for Locken again at the corner of the area. Drops it back into the midfield. This is Juti, the newly arrived player. Interception there. Nice play by Thomas, and he'll push forward. Looking for a long ball for Griffin. It's a race with the goalkeeper, Thomas. Thomas is going to win this and shield it out of play. Well played by Thomas.
Well played. Tried to get his body. Of course, can't use his hands outside the area. And that was going to be danger if he was a half step behind because of the way that Griffin runs with that big, strong body. He's able to get a body on the goalkeeper down there in the corner. That could be trouble.
And we talked about missing the speed of Ballou. It's unfortunate here. But North Sound back in possession again. In the center with it is Thomas. He's been very active, getting more into the attack now as the long ball is played on the right for Hammond. Into the box, sliding, Nick Hamer scores! A beautiful cross played in. Nick Hamer slides in the box and puts it in the back of the net. And for the first time at home, the North Sound Seawolves have a lead.
2-1 the score, and I have to say the setup was a possession. Short passes, excellent footwork along that far side, and they were able to finally get that converted into a chance, and the chance converted into a goal. Masterpiece work.
So nicely done by Hammond on